What's going on? Back at it again. This is part 2 of the KW V3 coilover install. We're gonna do the back side now. So I figured it out. Pretty much, we're gonna have a couple parts of this. We're gonna make this like a little mini series. How we're gonna do it is we're gonna have the first video drop was gonna be the front part. The rear is gonna be in the second video. Third video, I want to say it's going to be an initial impression video. However, it kind of doesn't make any sense for me to review the car, get it all dialed in as far as the corner balancing and alignment and wheels. Now, I do plan on getting new wheels for the car. Right now, I have my winter set. N-Key Performance M52 in black. They're 18s. I think 18 by 8, if I'm not mistaken. I might be though, but I think they're 18 by 8. I got them on the forums. I still have the winter wheels on now because they only good for one season. The tires are gonna go pretty much. I'm gonna shred them up, get rid of them. I'm gonna get a new winter set. You know, when the time comes, and the summer setup that's coming soon. I have a summer setup also. I didn't know what I was getting into when I bought them, and it turned out the wheels were way too heavy. I wanted to go with OEM wheels. Went with the BMW 356 wheel, which comes on the 650 convertible and the 650 coupe. The M Sport, obviously, they're staggered. They're 20 by 9 and 20 by 10.5, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm not too sure, but those are up for sale. Now, there's nothing wrong with the wheels. They look nice. That's exactly why I bought them. And now I'm getting into the realm of, oh man, my hair's messed up. I think I might put that back on. I'm getting into the realm of actual, like, knowing what I'm actually doing. Before I knew, you know, take this part off, put this part on, and things. I knew a lot about cars. Now I'm getting into the realms of learning about offsets and, you know, camber and exactly how to dial it into my preference. You know, I always had an idea of what those things meant, but I never knew what I wanted and the type of driver that I am. And I bought those wheels. They look nice, and I figured, hey, they're 20-inch wheels. They look nice. I didn't think about the weight of the wheels, you know, the unsprung mass, how would it affect performance. And, you know, I don't have the most powerful car here, so I need to save every bit of unsprung weight that I have because to get off the line quicker. Not necessarily just to be, you know, it's not built to be a drag car. This is my, obviously, daily driver for now. Super fun, super luxurious, and we're just gonna make it better. I actually did think about putting those wheels back on the car just until I get the new wheels in, but the reason why I don't want to go with them, like, I have summer wheels with brand new mounted summer tires upstairs, and I do not want to put them on the car. I don't want to put them on the car just because I know, you know, even though these are 225 tires, you know, you get way less handling. It's on Blizzaks. I want to say, I forgot who makes Blizzaks. I'm going to chop that up. Probably Bridgestone Blizzaks, I want to say. I do plan on getting the summer setup. However, I'm really not going to disclose that right now because I'm not sure exactly what way I want to go, whether it be a 20-inch wheel again, whether it be a 19-inch wheel. But I will tell you one thing. I'm aiming for weight savings. Weight savings would be the key, but then again, I also like stance and how it looks. So listen, we got to go either one way or the other. We're going to figure it out. About to head out there right now, jack up the car. We're going to do the rear. I know that's that side right there. That's that side. When you do the first side is always the tricky side because you don't fully understand, you know, well, me personally, I don't fully understand. Like, I've seen like little write-ups on forums, and I've seen one video online about it. It's always different when you're doing it yourself. So we'll figure it out. Hopefully everything goes smooth. Whew. It took a long time to come off. I think it's a 21. You know, This job is supposed to be easy, they say. I'm gonna take the breaker bar if I can, figure out some sort of way to fish it in there. So I'm having some difficulty doing this. So we got the back out right now. We got this nut coming out as a 21. I wish there was a way I could fit the gun back there, but I can't. So we're gonna ratchet that 21 off the strut. Massive, man, massive. This thing is huge. This is one of the biggest bolts they have on a car, and this is just for the bottom strut. And then the only other thing that's holding this strut on to the body of this car is the 3 top bolts, the strut mount bolts. So we're back in the car. It's hot in here a little bit. Whew, I gotta start doing my makeup, right, for these videos now, huh? Basically, we're gonna be taking this out right here. This is where I'm so glad I bought a sedan, because I worked on coupes. Every time I take off something up here with the coupes, the slant, oh man, it kills you. That up. And believe me, I'm new to this, so, you know, give me some time to adapt and acclimate. I didn't realize how different it is talking essentially to yourself, but talking to the camera. It's a little difficult. I'm used to working quiet too, so I'm used to thinking about a million other things. And so, you know, the more further I go on, I think the better I'll get as far as talking while in a video and things like that, and expressing a lot of my thoughts, because believe it or not, I have a lot of thoughts, especially go through my mind when working on cars. All right, so we finally got the coilover out. I meant the strut out, sorry. Well, it is technically a coilover. Took a lot of finagling. We had to move that arm back in the back right here. I'll show you in a second when I'm bolting everything up. I had to loosen this up a little bit and finagle it out, so that's good. It's the height difference we have for this, the rears. Now the rears, right off the bat, you can tell, seem to be much lower. The rears seem to be significantly lower in the beginning. And we're gonna put them in. Right now I'm doing the back bolt. I think it's a 21. Where is my 21? Yes. Yep, I'm gonna use that breaker bar. I'm gonna tighten it up. One thing I wanted to say was, how you doing? Hello. All right. All right, so I'm gonna show you putting in the coilover. So the angle I'm thinking about taking this is, I'm gonna go ahead and put that big bolt in the bottom, jack up the whole little hubbing area as a whole, and then line the bolts up that way because I'm one person. So if it was 2 people, you could definitely have somebody find the holes down here, go up, and you put the screws in. What I wanted to accomplish was better ride height and quality, better ride quality. Now, there's nothing really wrong with the original BMW suspension. When I first got the car, I thought it did ride a little too soft. But one thing I noticed as I got older and as I got more experience, soft isn't actually bad. It's just a perception of how people think. And when I say soft, I don't mean it wasn't like bouncy or anything. Like everybody says their suspension was a little bouncy or uncomfortable. I mean, I think that's personally, I think that's because they went with the type of suspension they went with, and they went with the all-wheel drive, which is known to not have the same suspension as the rear-wheel drive, especially the M Sport. So, I mean, it's kind of like you can't really cry wolf, because at the end of the day, if you wanted a sports-inspired car, you should have went with the rear-wheel drive. It's more sporty. That's how BMWs were always made. And you would have gotten the better suspension. Well, the better out of the two. Teach his own. Just, you know, you have to kind of understand whether you like it or not. The X-Drive system is not designed for like the typical BMW. It's designed for more of the masses, you know, the people, the everyday people, which is nothing wrong with that. It's just that you have to know, in my opinion, you have to understand what you're buying. So you can't buy a car with X-Drive and plan to be, you know, you buy it to be safer in the snow or whatever reason you bought it for, and expect it to have the sporty suspension, you know. No X-Drive BMW, in my opinion, really had great suspension anyway. So you just have to think about it like that. Think about it from that sense. You know, everyone says they don't handle like they used to handle and all that other stuff, but at the same time, all the BMWs that everyone's referring to, especially the E46 and the E92, and everyone who's talking about the suspension was rear-wheel drive the majority of the time. So I would assume that get another rear-wheel drive car. Suspension's not to my satisfaction anymore. I mean, I got used to it. I realized that with a softer suspension, you actually have more mechanical grip, if that makes a little bit of sense. When you have it ride too hard, I think in my opinion, it lessens the grip. You have less mechanical grip. So, do as you like. We're gonna lower it right now and see how we go. See how low it goes. All right, here you can see we got the original strut in. We got about 3 fingers clearance, and we got so if you see that, that's the original. We're gonna go to the this side. We're gonna see we got gonna take the same 3 fingers, won't fit. We use 2, won't fit. We use 1. So it's a significant difference. We're gonna shake it. Much firmer, much firmer. I'm satisfied with that.